Good day. This is Si Wayne Yi from the Yi Real Estate Network. Welcome once again to my presentation, Real Estate Investing in a Post-Pandemic World. So, without further ado, let's get to the nitty-gritty. All right, the Great American Move. Before I will uh, end with a summary of this picture of this map of the US and the trends and migration patterns of home buyers, let me go through a category. I'm going to briefly discuss these four scenarios. Now, the objective of this presentation is to share with all of you, based on a post-pandemic world, what are the trends and the metrics and the research and methodology for home buyers and for my investment group for turnkey out-of-state investors. So in the future, right now, as you make your decisions to where to buy, what to buy, it's important to understand where are the trends. After all, you not only you're buying for the present, you're buying for the future potentials of your investment money, of your investment houses. Okay, so without further ado, let's go with that. So the new home opportunities. So what we are seeing, we all been hearing that the post-pandemic world is such that more and more people will be working out of their home. Okay, they can work remotely, and so that will change in many ways. Is the working environment will never be the same. So having said that, some of you heard, especially in those in the Bay Area, and I'm talking about the high-tech world as well. I mean, major companies like Facebook, Google, Apple, all the names out there, they are allowing, a high percentage of their workers to work remotely. So therefore, what I see is that the workers, not only in high tech, right? I mean, mainly in white collar industries where you can really work anywhere you want. So because there are high cost areas such as in Bay Area and other major cities, tremendous high cost of living and the tremendous amount of people living in a confined space, like in New York City, for example, all the major cities, LA, San Francisco Bay Area, Chicago, and a few other major cities, Miami. Uh, so instead of now it gives these people an opportunity, they don't have to live where they work, right? So I see a lot of migration is going to happen. So these workers will have the opportunity to move into suburbs, not only close by, but in other markets where the cost of living are much more affordable. So I'll go over more details as to what areas these people are going. So the work environment there's a lot of flexibility with the social distancing and the ability to continue to be employed and yet choose where you want to live, and instead of paying some tremendous amount of home costs, many major cities. So new home opportunity will be migrating into the affordable markets, into the suburbs, right? That's the path of growth. So that's my category. So the second category is the apartment opportunities. I will say it in a way that what I see, because the apartments these days and multi-units are so congested with the social distancing in place and the health risk involved, even the post-pandemic situation, I could make an argument that many apartment renters, they will migrate into renting in single family homes because of the reasons stated, and which is in this article, it mentioned that's the case, right? Because you don't want to live in a confined space in an apartment building. By moving to a single family home or even a duplex, you have more privacy and you don't have too many people around you. So that's the future. All right. So as you know, our business model with the Ulysses Network is such that we are, even from the beginning, we focus on turnkey single family home model. And so we will continue to have this core investment philosophy, our business model, which will bode well for the future. So with that in mind, we all know even before the pandemic um, has arrived upon us, unfortunately, there were a tremendous shortage of homes all over the U.S. The demand versus the supply scenario is very one-sided. So uh, therefore, more people has been renting in the past, in recent past than at any time in history. In a post-pandemic world, more people will be renting. So it bodes well for the for what we try to accomplish here at the Yearless Network for investors that buying homes. You will be rest assured that your property will be rented quickly, efficiently, and very, very, very good situation to be in. All right, so the future, once again, single family home model will thrive in the future, and the apartment opportunity will be decreased as a result. So and then single family home rental opportunities, again, it just validate what we're doing, what we have been doing, right? And people have the freedom to rent. They don't have to pay for a mortgage, less financial obligations, and renters want privacy. They want social distancing opportunities, and so forth and so on. All right. So single family home investment model is working, is thriving, as a matter of fact, for the foreseeable future for many years to come, actually. The other type of asset class are, commercial. We all know retail, hospitality, and commercial space is the demand will be not as good toward the future because the brick and mortar uh, retail establishment is slowly going away. Retail malls, outlets, all those things. Everything is going online, right? So commercial investing will take a major hit during the present and the future post-pandemic world. So as a real estate turnkey investor out there, and it's a tremendous opportunity to pull the trigger even at this moment as we speak, because just so you know, all the market that we've been presenting in the Midwest, like Buffalo, Niagara Falls, and in Alabama and Texas and Florida, even during this 3 or 4 months of pandemic scenario with a lot of negative news out there, our markets, our houses has not changed really. The occupancy rate of the various markets that we're promoting is at least 95% occupancy rates, and still there are multiple people renting, and the homes that we are promoting, are being purchased very quick. And I could make the argument that several of the market that we're promoting, the housing prices are rising. So for some of you are thinking like there will be a vast amount of real estate foreclosures as a result of this pandemic situation, recession, what have you. No, I do not see it, at least in the sub-market that we are presenting. Okay, so do not be paralyzed by the doom and gloom picture that being painted by the mass media and the news. So real estate is thriving. The fundamentals are very, very strong. It will continue to be so, again, due to the very, very simple economics, the fundamentals, demands for homes and to purchase, and the demands for homes to rent uh, are still great, and more people will be renting, but the supply of homes to be purchased and the supply of homes to be rented in the foreseeable future is limited. So the demand and supply curve really will benefit the turnkey investors and those of you out there listening within my network. All right, so it goes well. So in terms of the word asset class, again, you can talk to any credible experts or information out there in terms of the real estate asset class. We have to conclude, not only based on my strong opinion, but the opinions of many credible resources out there, that the single family home investment model is the best asset class for real estate investing, whereas the apartment and the commercial real estate and even student housing investing have not done well, especially during this pandemic. So okay, so having said that, so let me do a recap, a big picture, high level migration. So I'm not promoting John Burns real estate. I just found that his recent information, as I'm presenting to you right now, is really in alignment with our investment model all these years and continue to do so. So again, you can consult with John Burns and his organization however you want it, but what I found is this particular graphic is pretty much validates what I've been doing, what we've been hearing. So it bodes very well. So again, I don't want to spend too much time. My recap is this: one of the resources that I use and many people use, they use the U-Haul, right? The U-Haul migration patterns. I've been using this economic metric for years, for the past several decades, for myself and my investors. That's why we picked the good areas to market our turnkey properties for our turnkey investors. So here's a very, very fascinating chart. I'm going to go over that very, very easily, very quickly. So the red dots are out migration markets, and the green dots circle are in migration market. Based on the U-Haul migration patterns, it's very, very interesting. It pretty much validates what my belief so far, and it's just amazing opportunity for investors. So the red dot people are out migrating, they're leaving. Okay, the migration is happening very, very fast, especially during the post-pandemic. So the people, in my estimation, they are leaving, out migrating from the Bay Area, right? The greater Bay Area, like a 50, 100-mile radius, and this Southern California, LA market. People, you would have to say people moving into other areas for whatever reason, or because of the ability to work remotely, the work from home. They don't have to commute anymore. They can live wherever they want and still able to work at where they're able to work. So people, I would say the people from west of the Mississippi, people are moving from California into to a certain extent, or maybe this is Las Vegas. People live in Las Vegas. I don't know. Maybe that's short term. They're moving to Portland, Washington, and Seattle, and in Boise, Idaho, and I think this is Utah. Okay, and this is Phoenix, Arizona, most likely. So this area, the western region, western half of the U.S. A lot of people moving from migrating from the Bay Area and the LA market into the Pacific Northwest and a little bit of Utah and Arizona and Idaho, what have you. Okay, that's fine. And in my estimation, a lot of those people, they are moving to Texas, as you can see, right? In migration market, these 4 dots, I have to say, over here is San Antonio, over here is Austin, over here is in Dallas, Fort Worth Metro, and over here is Houston. These 4 big metros in Texas continue to receive a lot of population and job growth, the recipient of out-migration from California. All right. Of course, as you guys know, the Austin Metro is our market presentation with Mr. Ken Venner, because it's a Silicon Valley of the South, right? So therefore, a lot of high-tech people more and more, that is, from California will be moving to mostly to Austin, but there are other areas in Texas as well, because the distance is not so great. It's only like 1,500 miles, like 2.5 hour flight each way from California to Texas. So pretty easy move for many workers as the work from home uh, environment is starting to take shape. Now, people from the east of the Mississippi, the other half of the U.S., right? The migration pattern, as you know, New York City has been the epicenter of the pandemic. People couldn't wait to get out of there. So the migration um, is continue. So this half of the U.S. people moving, see all the dots here in the Washington, D.C. metro, Northern Virginia metro, and New York City, and along the eastern seaboard, Philadelphia, Baltimore, Boston, Massachusetts right here, New York City mainly, and of course Chicago, right, and a few other Midwest cities. These people are leaving the freezing northern eastern seaboard, the snowbirds. They are the young people and the retirees are moving into south and southeast. So they're moving mainly into Florida. Okay, before I talk about Florida, the recipient of the in-migration from this section of the U.S. on the east section, or they're moving over here to Nashville, Tennessee, over here to Atlanta, Georgia, I believe, over here North Carolina, like maybe Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, right? The Research Triangle, that's a recipient of immigration. I don't know over here. Over here, maybe somewhere Charleston along the seaboard. Okay, so but most people from the eastern part of the U.S., they're migrating into Florida. Wow, what a surprise! Florida has just exceeded Texas in a recent article. I need to find that article again, as the number one fastest migration state from other people moving into Florida for multiple reasons, which I'm not going to provide any more details other than you've been seeing my newsletter from Gene Gillum and from my other Florida market. So you can these four areas, the people moving to Florida because of population and job growth, not only on with respect to retirees, but we're talking millennials also moving because there's a lot of diversified jobs all over Florida. So the four areas in Florida that are clearly are getting the recipients of the migration during this post-pandemic environment is Northeast Florida, which is a Jacksonville, Florida metro. Then obviously Central Florida, which covers a wide area in which we have been marketing properties for a number of years now. Central Florida covers from east to the west, okay? Orlando metro in the central, and then along the coast, an hour east of Orlando, we're promoting Palm Bay and a few other locations. And then Tampa metro, which is on the Gulf of Mexico, also the Tampa metro, which you could say is part of the Central Florida metro, if you will, that big region of 100-mile radius. Then, of course, Southwest Florida, which we are promoting, which is Southwest Florida, is part of the Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Lehigh Acres, and LaBelle, Florida, which we are really doing well with the new construction. So there you have it. Or this is a high-level picture. That's the future trends, not only with the U-Haul research here indicating by the company John Burns Consulting, but so we are entrenched in this great market. Things doing well, multiple offers everywhere. Many that we are seeing 20 to 30 rental applications per property. People dying to rent. Very healthy market, very fast moving. A lot of activities going on right now. So so the pandemic is really not hurting the market that we are presenting because it's affordable, is Sun Belt, right? We're talking Sun Belt, right? South and Southeast is the Sun Belt. Everybody want to move to warm weather location. Florida and Texas, there is no state income tax, a lot of job diversification, population job growth, lack of homes to rent and to buy, tremendous investment market, right? That's the recap. So things are moving very fast. And for those of you who are really motivated, you see a real estate as a tremendous way to achieve financial freedom. This is the information you need to know. Okay, and we as an organization are the hopefully are the organization that will help you take action to achieve your goals. Thank you so much for your time. Hopefully this information is very helpful. So it's a very fast moving world out there. So pull the trigger. All right. And for those of you that are really motivated, thank you so much for your time. This is Siwing Yi from the Real Estate Network. Good luck in your future. And I'll see you on the other side. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.